Hey, what up, YouTube? So check it out, y'all. I'm gonna be. I broke a bolt in there last night, so I'm gonna be trying to extract it today. I'll show y'all the kit I bought, and I'm gonna just show y'all something on here on these. These are those Comans, y'all. The stock engines. Look how they wrote 6.5, y'all. So that's pretty cool, you know. A lot of people think these are. They're labeled as 200 cc or 196 cc, as a 212 is rated as a 212 cc 6.5. But look, they wrote that on there 6.5, y'all. So the more that you know, y'all, these basically are little 6.5s. I would think so. They just label them different for whatever reason. But let me show y'all here what I did. So I just went ahead and put a bunch of tape here, y'all. Got some duct tape, and I covered up my hole, my piston, and then also my little rods right here. So I don't want no metal shavings going in there at all. You can see there, y'all. Let me kind of zoom y'all in. Alrighty. So you can see how I did my little tape job there. And we're gonna be going in there right now. So let me show y'all the kit I got. So the first thing you want to do is I got a punch, and I center punched the bolt just with a hammer and a center punch. That way when you come in with your drill, the kit I got, this is the kit I got, y'all. So I went to Harbor Freight and went ahead and got me this kit. So we're gonna see how it works right now. Got a bunch of different sizes, and you could choose which size you want to use. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna use this size. This size might work, but it's kind of tiny. I might go with this size. So yeah, this size will be good. And then so the drill bit you're gonna use is right next to it. So there you go. This is the Warrior drill bit extractor, y'all. So we're gonna try it here. So let me get my drill. I've already punched my center punch. It should be good enough. I'll just kind of rough draft with y'all. So you're gonna come in here, center punch it. You wanna just to have you a nice drilling point. Go ahead and get you your drill, y'all. Hopefully my drill fits in there. Alright, we got space. Alright, let me kind of get in here, y'all. So be real careful. I'm gonna get where I put my center. You'll kind of find it in there. Keep your drill bit nice and centered, y'all. Go ahead and take a look. You might have to kind of give it a little spin also. But let me see what we're looking at. Yeah, that bolt's pretty heavy duty, so let me kind of put the drill bit a little bit more in. That way I have a little more room to work. Okay. As you're drilling, just be careful, stay centered. that I'm trying to drill into. And so y'all can see here, basically drilling into that bolt. So I'm gonna pause it here, y'all, so the video's not crazy long. Basically, I'm gonna drill me in a nice slot, and I'll come right back. All right, y'all. So I got it as center as I could. I'm gonna try with the drill first. I probably should. You know what? I just need to get my little wrench, y'all. Let me get my wrench. So I tapped it in there, y'all. It's a little off to the side, but the bolt was rounded, so it was pretty hard for me to get a punch, a center punch. I didn't drill too much in. So now what I'm gonna try to do is we'll try to extract it. I don't know if I tapped it in hard enough or even drilled it hard enough. Just go real slow. And real slow, y'all. So I'm just gonna go real slow. Maybe I'll give it a couple taps here and there. Hopefully doing something. I don't think so. It looks like our drill's coming out. So maybe I need to drill a little bit more. Maybe I gotta drill a little bit more or tap it a little bit more in, y'all. So you can see some shavings there. You definitely want to try to get it as centered as you can. So let me just try to drill it a little more. I'll be right back with y'all. All right, what up, y'all? It's a day later. I got the remainder of the bolt out, y'all. I did drill a lot of it out because, as you can see, I have the motor out now. But as I was working on it on the bike, it was just hard to work on it on the bike, y'all. But it's okay. I'm gonna put an insert in here, and I'm still gonna be able to use the 8mm, but I'm gonna put 8mm, not bolts. I'm gonna use studs, y'all. So you can see, like I said, I did drill out a lot of it. You can see a little bit remainder of where the bolt will catch, but that's all right because my stud is gonna fit in here, and well, it should. As you can see, here's this side. You can see the bolt right there, y'all. So basically, that's gonna be my stud. I'm gonna put my stud in there and just tap it in. They're self-tapping studs. Self-tapping inserts that I'm gonna get, and then with my stud. So it's gonna work out, y'all. Did get a little bit off, so we still got a little bit of a bite down in there that it's gonna grab onto, but the remainder is gonna be my insert, and I will make a video on that as I keep this going. It's a lot easier taking it off if I would have took it off the bike, y'all, I probably wouldn't have had a problem. I was working on it, sticking my head in there trying to do it. So if I was to ever do it again, it was a little bit of process taking it off the bike, but you know what, it didn't take that long. And yeah, everything should work out, y'all. I'm looking at it here. Did a little bit of cracking there, but that shouldn't harm it because that's basically just for the bolt, y'all. There's nothing, that's not actually the motor. That's just for the bolt right there. So It was a pain in the butt, y'all. I'll tell y'all that much. But hey, even if I just got this little bit out, I'm happy with it because I didn't want to have to drill it all the way out, y'all. So my thing was to at least get some of it out, get it out, you know. So basically, there's no more bolt left in there. Just got to clean up all the shavings, and that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna get my insert in there tomorrow. Get that all cleaned out real well with my insert in there. Clean all the shavings off. As you can see, the tape held up fine, so there's no shavings on the piston or inside here, so that's perfect. We didn't want any shavings in there. So once I get it all cleaned off, I'll be able to take off my tape. So that's the next step, is basically just getting it all cleaned off. And everything should be all right, y'all. So we'll see what happens. And thank y'all for watching. Peace out. Alrighty, what's up YouTube? So we have the M12 insert right here, y'all, which I'll be screwing in. So I already put it on the bolt just to help me screw it in, but I also have an M12 tap, y'all. So I'm gonna be tapping it in just to be sure I have the threads. That way my insert will catch real well. And the good thing is that my hole is real tight. So that's what's one thing you want, is you don't want it too loose. You want it tight. So the good thing is I could go in with this tap. This is the M12 tap, y'all. And you want to go centered. So I'm just barely going to starting off centered. You could drop a little oil if you want. Remain your tap centered, Joe. You want to go back and forth. So I'm starting it. Over here we have it started, y'all. So I'm gonna go right here and push in a little pressure. Now I'm gonna go ahead and come back out. Spin it a little. Now I'm gonna go back in. So what this is gonna do is my insert is gonna be able just to screw in with no problem. If I wanted, I could drill it even more out, but no, there's a little bit of stud, a little bit of catching on the bottom, so I'm okay. I just gotta go as far as I can. So I could see some threads right there, y'all. So I'm gonna go back in. So it's gonna easily catch. Clean up them threads a little bit. And just kind of, so right here. I'm bottomed out right there, y'all. So that's the bottom. Now I do gotta clean out the material, the shavings, but as you can see, put this aside. As you can see, let me try to bring it out closer, y'all. There you go. You can see the threading. So from right here, let me show y'all what I'm gonna just show y'all here. Basically, I'm not gonna use the bolts, y'all. I got some studs that I'm gonna be putting in, but basically, there you can see it's just screwing in right there. Now, hopefully, my insert might be too long, y'all. was gonna order the shorter ones. So I just might have to order the shorter inserts.
Something went wrong.
This insert, I ordered the longer insert. I'm probably gonna have to order the shorter ones. And I probably should have. Yeah, I see. We're bottoming out there. You don't wanna overdo it, y'all. So let me see here. Put y'all right here. Let's see if I could tighten it down some. Maybe just let's see how far we could go. The insert is tight. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to order the smaller insert, y'all. See how much I have sticking out? And right there, it's already tight. I don't want to have to drill any more than what I need to. So, yeah, I don't want to over tighten it either. So what I'm gonna have to do is order the shorter insert, or I could cut it if I wanted, but I could just order the shorter insert, y'all. So alrighty, but yeah, the threads are nice in there. And like I said, I could also drill it out, but I don't want to do any more drilling, y'all. Plus, I already made my threads. I wouldn't want to mess up those threads. I'll just get a shorter insert, and we'll be able to catch it there. So alrighty, thank y'all for watching. I'll be back with y'all once I get the shorter insert. Peace out. Alright, what up, YouTube? So check it out, y'all. I went ahead and measured it, and I think it's better instead of ordering some, and then it's gonna end up being shorter. I went ahead and measured it, and basically I just have to cut off about 3 little slots here. So I started cutting it, and I was like, you know what, let me come make the video. So I got the video, y'all. So I'm gonna keep on cutting it. Started right here, so I'll continue where I started. Let me see where I started, y'all. Alright, right there, I can see it. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut it with the little Dremel I have here. Straight down. Take my time cutting it. I'm gonna pause it real quick, y'all. I did get an attachment for another Dremel I have. I wanna go try it. Let me be right back. Alright, y'all, so this is my other Dremel. This is a Dremel 200, and didn't have these two pieces, so I ordered them. You know what? I just remembered. I said, you know what? Let me try them out. So I got these two pieces here. So I just ordered this piece, which belongs here. And there you go, look, screws right on, y'all. Alrighty, so that's screwed on. And then we got these, which are chucks that'll, you could put any size, well, not any size, but the size that'll fit. So virtually any size, supposedly. And they would screw on right here. Let's see how these work. So as you can see, I'm screwing it in and it's tightening. It's tightening there, y'all. So never used this one. I've got this Dremel here. So that's just a little front part. Let's try it out. So let me see. Should cut a lot better. Watch out for this one. I should be able just to stick this in there. So these Dremels here, y'all, they use this. So this, and then that's gonna tighten here. So these are, it's just a little Harbor Freight beginner Dremel. And this is also pretty much like a beginner Dremel, but it's a lot better, obviously. So we're gonna try it here. So basically, I'm gonna stick it in and just start tightening it down, y'all. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, gotta hold this the same as the other Dremel. Hold that, lock that in place. You get to tighten that. Make sure you're tight. You could come in there with a little plier and just kind of little twist, but just to lock it in place. All right, let's try this Dremel, y'all. So basically, got a nice low and a nice high. We're gonna start off on low. I'll go ahead and get myself here. We'll start off on low, y'all. Just kind of see the difference. It's about probably the same as this one. We're gonna try high, y'all. Getting some sparks flying here now. A lot better cutting action. Let's see if I could get y'all to see. A lot better cutting action right there, y'all. Now just keep it straight. A lot more power on this one. Just gonna let the tool do the work. I'm not gonna rush it. Pretty hot. Be careful there. Don't touch that. I can't really see too well, y'all, but it's sparking and cutting. This thing is cutting good. I definitely need some better cutting disc now. That way these won't explode on me. sucker back on low, y'all, just to get this. I got to be on that high. Looks like we got a little bit loose there, but we got a little bit loose. Let's see what happened. Definitely gotta be careful, man, when you're using these cutting blades, but you know, for little home stuff, it's gonna work. I'm gonna be able to cut this insert. Already, you can see. I could just start from the top side. Just have to be careful because I'm hitting right here on that little screw. Whoa, shit. That was my fault. I broke the disc, so let me put a new disc. I'll be right back. There you go. So user error. I spun it around and it snapped that disc. No problem. I got some more. So definitely need a little bit better disc. These are just the ones that came in the kit with this $10 Dremel that I had gotten. Pretty fragile. They're pretty thin. But I've cut in a lot of things. I've gotten a lot cut with them. So once you get that on, hold the button so you could just nice and snug. You don't want to overcrack it because then you're gonna crack it. So nice and snug. Go ahead and check this. Be careful. Usually I unplug it. Alrighty, so let's finish doing this. Yeah, woo. It's gonna work, you know. I only got a little bit to go too. We are at it. We were right there. Go ahead and throw these on just to protect my eyes. I'll finish it off on low. I mean, it's a very little piece right here, y'all. That high really does make a difference. So we have it cut really well. We still have our bottom thread, which is pretty cool, you know, how it spirals. So we still have all the threading there. Now, if you really wanted, you could take it and smooth it out and all that. But no, that's good. That's the thread that's gonna, your first thread that's gonna catch. So let's go take this down here. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and put some. I'm gonna put some Loctite and all that. But for right now, I just want to test fit it. So it's been a process, y'all, but you know what? It's nice learning new things, fixing something that's broken. It's part of the hobby, you know, so we're just gonna test fit it. So we got them threads there. And like I said, I could have drilled a little more and it would have fit, but this way I still got threads in the bottom. So we're still catching on the bottom. Now this has a little slot. That's why I cut that back side. Has a little slot. You stick a little screwdriver in. No, I don't want to mess up those inner threads. My screwdriver got a little small. Oh, I got this one. Let's see if the other bolt catches it. Yeah, that screwdriver started thinning out, so now when I do this, I know it's gonna work. I should have already probably put Loctite, but it should come out with the bolt. So, and if not, those threads are good enough, y'all. It doesn't really need the Loctite, but it's just more of a security type of thing. So you can see here that thing is just already wanting to screw in there. I am holding the phone, so you can see as I get tighter here, it's gonna tighten up. If I don't come out with the bolt, I'm not gonna worry too much, y'all. Let's see. We have a little bit more to go. I'm gonna put the phone down. Let's see. Okay, we're coming in with the threads. Now, I could either clean up. I probably need to clean out in there. We got the shavings down in there. And you can see. So that's good because we're catching still. That's about all I need. And need to blow some air in there, clean out the shavings. And if I need to, I could still cut off one little notch. But alrighty, y'all, you basically got the idea. I don't want to rush it. I want to do it right. So what we're doing here, just checking everything. See, it's already catching there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. If the head even would fit over there, but I don't know. Probably won't. Nah. We need to yeah, because these are M8 size, so I want this to be flush. So let me shave off one more notch, y'all. Just two. I could probably force it down in there, but just to be sure. Yeah, just to be sure. Because it's sitting right there. This is the one I'm shaving. Carefully try to get it off. without pressing too hard on it. Get this bolt out of there. Don't want to mess up those threads. Plus, we don't have to cut another bolt either. I mean, another insert. So just hold it like that, y'all. She comes right up. So basically, what I'm gonna do now, y'all. Sorry for taking a lot of time, but we're both learning here. So y'all are learning and I'm learning. So I'm glad I'm teaching y'all something, and at the same time, I'm learning myself. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and cut one more notch off. And at that point, I'll retest it, put me some Loctite, clean out my hole, and screw her in, y'all. So I'll be back. I'm going to go ahead and do a lot of stuff. In the meantime, get everything prepped, and we'll be back. Peace. Alrighty, y'all. So it's been a process, y'all. I didn't want to turn on the compressor, so I just got this little compressed air. Just go ahead and just to clean it up a little bit. So as you can see, so now it's pretty short, y'all. If I probably would have ordered the 1/2 inch, it would have probably worked out. But this way, honestly, I feel is better because I cut it. So we're gonna put you right here, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and I feel we're pretty good. So to already start the process, y'all, come over here, get mine. I just got some blue thread locker, y'all. I feel like we're pretty good. I'll still be able to pull it out, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some blue thread locker in here, y'all. Good little amount. We want this to stay in there. So I'm gonna use a good amount here to really lock them threads in there. You can see me putting on that blue thread locker, y'all. This is the cream style. So I'm just putting it all over, making sure once we put it in that it is gonna lock in place. So right there, that's pretty good, y'all. It's still gonna smooth itself out. Basically covered the whole area. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more little spray of air just to reinsure it. Oh shit. Careful with that, y'all. Cold. Alrighty, so that's clean. We'll call that clean, y'all. So now I'm gonna kind of start off with the screwdriver how I did, just to get it started, and then I'm actually gonna go get my, so you can see here, y'all, we got it most of the way. So now I'm actually gonna go get my my stud, y'all. So let me pause it real quick because I don't wanna, I'm gonna leave my stud in there. So alrighty, y'all. So right here we have some studs, y'all. We're not gonna use the bolts. We're gonna be using these studs. So these are M8 studs, y'all, with some nuts, which I'll be using to finish tightening down. That way, once it's in, it's in. And I'm also going to go ahead and put some blue Loctite on this also. It's a nice line. Nice line right there, y'all. That'll turn itself all the way around in there. Man, that compressor was cold, yo. Could freeze your fingers off with it. So you can see a nice little line. So what I'm gonna do is just start by hand. Bring y'all in a little closer, y'all. Yeah, see right there? About right there's good. Alright. So we're just gonna start by hand now. And I actually want to see how far one of these goes down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one over here where it's not messed up.
The internet isn't reachable.
It should be the same size on both sides. I'll double check that. So let's measure them. Let's say, let me flip it. Yeah, so they're the same size on both sides. Okay, that's screwing in. Now, we might run into an issue here. Maybe not. Let's see. Because this stud screwed in all the way right there. So basically, I got to get that one looking the same. This is a different size. So, and it could be a little bit taller than the other one, really. I'm just trying to get it as good as possible. So I'm gonna screw that bolt down, that nut right there, y'all. I'm probably gonna have to double nut it. So let me get another nut and put another nut. Let's see how I'm gonna do this, y'all. Maybe right there. Alright, let's see. Nope, it's just gonna screw in. So that was another thing I gotta figure out. That's how I'm gonna get this one in there. So could just use my plier. Gotta make sure that thing goes down. I was pretty sure it was. That's a good way. Let's see. Unless I screw it down all the way. Okay, let's try it right there. Nope, it screws down. Kind of weird, that double nut trick should work. I'll try to screw. That's might be too long now. Let's see. unscrewing nothing now. Alright, let me try something else. So we're just gonna try a whole bunch of nuts. That one sits freely. That one's gonna snug it. And then this one will sit on top. There we go. Let's see what we're looking like right there. Okay, I believe we could get it a little bit more, y'all. It's sitting just about over it. As you can see, this one sits flush. And this is a little couple threads. So you know what? I'm going to try to get it, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll go ahead and get my other threads in there. And we'll be right back. The next thing you do is just put it all together. And yeah, y'all. So basically, that's how we fixed his inserts. Not too bad. It is fixed already, but I do want to get that more flush for as my head's going to sit flush. So let me get to that, y'all. I'm pretty sure I could get that more flush. So I'll be back with y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace. Oh, excuse me, y'all. My bad. So check it out. I got it in there. I got that sitting more inside more than flush. It was flush. I didn't like that. I didn't want the head to be sitting on top of it. So I was able to get that in there, y'all. And they're sitting pretty flush. You could see them. I just went ahead and grabbed some locking pliers, y'all. Got it pretty tight on there. I don't want to over tighten it. I don't want to run into any problems. If it's a little higher, that's no problem. You ain't gonna be able to tell. For mostly they're about the same, you know. So I got it snugged. I'm basically going to do my other ones. And there is a way you torque them. So I'm going to come in again with torquing. I got electric torque, y'all. So, I mean, basically you just want them tight in there. This one's tight. Look, there's no wobble. So it's good. So I'm going to basically be doing the same with all 3 other studs. Getting them tight, and then basically that's how it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all that off cam. Oh, excuse me. I must be getting the metal shavings in my throat. My bad, y'all. So let me go ahead and get out of here, but I'm just gonna do all my studs, make sure I do everything proper the way it's supposed to be done. And basically I started porting this head a little. I was porting the exhaust. You can see there where I was kind of shaving that little area a little. Just kind of cleaning it up a little too. I noticed that it was getting blocked right there. So you could see how I'm going to shave down in there. Just to kind of get that all there. But all right, let me get out of here, y'all. Let me finish up. I got a lot of work ahead of me. But the hard part is done. The hard part is done, and I'm happy with it. That stud's in there. I'm going to be able to put my head and put my nut, and there you go. So, alrighty, let me get finished. That's how we're looking. You can see that it's in there, so it's not going to be a bump or nothing. So that's what I was a little worried about. I wanted to make sure I got that in there. So it's in there, y'all. Peace. Alrighty, y'all, check it out. So the studs went on there good. I went ahead and did the double nut. But what you have to do is you double nut them, and then you hold it with a wrench, and then you tighten the top nut, y'all. So that's the way you do the double nut method. So basically that's what it is. I've got the head on there, y'all. Bolts are in there. So I got 2 nuts here. Then I gotta drop my nuts in here. I torqued them down to a 5. The studs, y'all. I looked it up, 5 foot-pounds, and then what I did was I just gave it a little hit with the impact, just a little bit, just where it kind of twitched it, not to tighten it, just to twitch it, and that's what OMB recommended, y'all. So I went ahead and I did that. So as you can see here, now what these recommend down, this is where I had messed up, because they had recommended, I think, 17 foot-pounds, and I was using the mechanical one. But see, now here I got this automatic one, y'all. So basically you set it to what you want it to and you torque it down. So I'm just gonna tighten it right here. I believe these are 17 foot-pounds, but what I'll start with 6 foot-pounds, y'all. So we'll start 6. I'll show you how this works here. Kind of tricky. You have to see how it's right here, the screen, y'all. I should be using my you know what, let me get it. I should be using my stand, y'all. My stand really does help when I'm recording. So since I have been making this video for y'all, I just wanted to come in here. This will be the finalized of this video, and then I'll put it all together and crank it up. I'll do all the rods and everything off cam, y'all, because I've done that before for y'all. But basically this is the part of the video. There you go, got the stud right there, y'all. That's the one that I had broke a bolt. Now I got a nice stud in there. So here you can see the screen. I'm twisting it. Right now we're at 3, y'all. We're at 4 right now, so that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna do all of them to 6. You can see right there is beeping. It's saying we're at 6. So I'll come and get this one right here. We'll do it crisscross. Right there. So right when you hear that beep, y'all, it gets you where you want to be at, you know. So you can see here, it kind of warns you, so it's warning me that I'm getting close. I'm 5.6 right now. Right there, 6.2, y'all. So see, the more you press it, the more it's still gonna torque. But so now I'll do it to 12. But what I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna double check that they recommend you torque them that tight, y'all. So basically that's how it goes, y'all. I'm gonna finalize the torque, and right there, the headset on there. So right here, this is where I kind of opened up this lip, and I kind of opened up a little slot right there, because the gasket was covering this area. So it's a little bit of a loss, not very much, y'all, but you know, we like to get the most out of these little engines. So as you can see right here, I also opened me up a little lip right there, just a little opening, might as well. Nothing crazy, something simple. I was gonna port in there, but you know what, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. So since now I could take it off whenever I feel I'm ready, I could do that. But for right now, I just kind of opened up this exhaust a little, just to get me the most out of my exhaust. And yeah, y'all, so that's pretty much it. Let me tighten this up, and basically I'll torque it down, and then I'll get you a little running video. So peace, thanks for watching, catch y'all later. What's up, YouTube? So check it out, y'all. I got it running. The only thing I gotta do is put on the torque converter. I haven't put it on yet because I cleaned it, so I wanna re-lube it with some dry graphite lube. I'll be getting that tomorrow, so I didn't want to put it on and run it dry, so I'll wait till I get that. But it's sounding good, y'all. Running at 1450 right now. I'll give y'all a couple little revs, small little revs, y'all, just so y'all can hear it. I don't want to over rev it, y'all. I know it's not too good to rev it when you're without load, you know, so be careful when y'all are revving it without load. But there it is, y'all. So I'll be making some videos for y'all. I feel like that little shaving of the exhaust kind of helped out. It's running strong, nice and quiet. Fresh oil in there. And yeah, I'll be making some videos for y'all, so y'all stay tuned. Just that idle a little bit. But yeah, alrighty, man, y'all stay tuned and I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching this one. See that there? Got the new studs in there. Everything's nice and tight. So I'm gonna let it sit overnight. Then I'll put me that torque converter back on and give it a little ride. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.